Okay, well, let me get a medium. Sold out. Let me get a large. Sold out.
That's a high five block.
Yeah, I'm stoked. I'm so excited. I think it's refreshing. I've been in Phoenix for the past 6 years, was drafted out there. I've had a really great time. I've been very blessed.
I feel like it's night and day from the day I got drafted.
With the first pick.
From Iowa City to the Circle City.
As a player, I've, been able to improve.
They said nobody would pay attention, but the moment Sophie Cunningham stepped off that plane in Indiana, everything changed. Within hours, fans started buzzing, social media lit up, and a piece of Indiana Fever merchandise vanished faster than anyone could refresh their browser. It wasn't just about one new player. It felt like a warning shot to the entire league, a strong statement that Indiana basketball is poised for something special, and the sold-out jerseys were merely the first clue.
Finally here! Found it!
All right.
Hey guys, it's Sophie Cunningham here. I'm finally in Indiana and I am so excited to be here and meet all of you. See you guys at the game. Bye. I didn't come here for the spotlight. I didn't come here to have more eyes. I came here to win.
Sophie Cunningham didn't slink into Indiana quietly. She burst in, all confidence and fire, ready to make her mark. At the team's press conference, she looked straight into the cameras and let the world know she was here for more than a cameo. Bold words flew out of her mouth, boasting a fierce loyalty to her teammates and an unapologetic edge in her style of play. By the time she finished speaking, the Fever's fanbase knew they'd found a player who perfectly matched Indiana's craving for unfiltered passion. The buzz began almost instantly. Fever fans, who'd been hungry for a shot of adrenaline, recognized that Sophie was exactly the jolt they needed. And for once, the hype didn't just stay online. Anyone curious about the new Arc 8 jersey quickly discovered it was no typical release. Something big was about to happen in the merchandise department. Indiana supporters are known for rallying behind authentic personality. Sophie delivered that in spades the second she arrived. She made it clear she wasn't going to tiptoe around established norms or hush her competitive edge. Her words, fierce, direct, and occasionally provocative, caught everyone's attention. But there's more to her appeal than sass. Sophie's willingness to stand up for her teammates reveals a core toughness that Indiana fans love. Where some players might hold back or downplay rivalries, Sophie came in with a commitment to protect the people wearing the same uniform. That unwavering energy isn't just talk, it's a promise. For Fever fans, promises like that are worth their weight in gold.
I'm excited to inspire the next generation of young boys and girls around here, get to know the community more, but I promise you that I'm just ready to win. I'm ready to win, I'm ready for y'all to be there, but like I said, you guys haven't even seen Feisty yet.
In hours of Sophie's press conference, a wave of Indiana supporters slammed the online store, searching for her Fever jersey. The result? A near-instant meltdown of the merchandise page. Medium, large, extra large, double extra large. One by one, every single size blinked to out of stock. The only thing left for a short while was an extra small, which itself had a glaring warning. Low stock, only one left. It sounded too wild to be true. Was it a glitch? Did the manufacturer not stock enough jerseys? Fans scrambled for answers, posting screenshots and venting frustration in comment sections. Some joked that they'd even been refreshing the page for hours, only to be greeted by that same dreaded sold-out message each time. A few pointed out how this sort of frenzy usually belongs to blockbuster rookies or league superstars. Yet here was Sophie Cunningham, not a reigning MVP, causing an absolute mania without stepping on the court. The shockwave didn't stay in Indiana. Fans of the league's biggest stars started comparing notes and noticed something. Even top-tier players like Asia Wilson still had plenty of jerseys in stock. How could a so-called role player overshadow one of the league's reigning MVPs in merchandise sales? Social media lit up with every angle of speculation, from theories about Cunningham's unique connection to Indiana's fan culture to rumors that she might quietly become a top-drawer star herself. Meanwhile, the Caitlin Clark conversation hovered over the chaos. She has her own massive following, and plenty of fans are still waiting, rather impatiently, for her signature shoe to drop. If Sophie Cunningham can trigger a complete sellout of her jersey in a single day, imagine the thunderous impact when Clark's shoe finally hits the market. Yet Nike's slow pace and hush-hush production timelines, there's an unmistakable sense that the WNBA is leaving money on the table, and Indiana's merch meltdown proves fans are willing to spend right now. Critics once claimed Indiana only cared about headliners like Caitlin Clark. Now, Sophie Cunningham's arrival reveals a deeper truth. These fans back any player who steps up with genuine passion. They're not bandwagon jumpers. They're day one. Supporters who open their wallets for everyone from star rookies to under-the-radar acquisitions. For years, the The Fever's fan base has been overlooked, labeled as uninterested or easily distracted, but each sold-out jersey, each packed arena seat, and each fan rocking that new number 8 tells a different story. Indiana is blazing a trail in the WNBA by showing what happens when loyalty is met with authenticity. Players have noticed. Rival teams have noticed. Sponsors might finally be catching on that the typical supply just isn't enough for this fan base. If the WNBA is looking for evidence of growth potential, it's right here in Indiana, plain as day. What happens when diehard fans can't buy the very merchandise they're desperate to own? You have a business crisis on your hands. Slow restocks, uncertain release date, and a lack of urgency might be costing the league millions in revenue. If Cunningham's jerseys disappeared that fast, it's a sign that the production pipeline and strategic marketing are lagging behind real-world demand. The same issues apply to the Caitlin Clark shoe fiasco. The WNBA has a golden opportunity to capitalize on fresh buzz, but without a prompt product launch and sufficient inventory, the league could lose valuable momentum. Fans aren't just willing to buy, they're actively scrambling for ways to support their favorite players. Every day of delay risks dampening that excitement. Meanwhile, other sports leagues are quick to flood the market whenever they sense an ounce of hype, ensuring no potential sale slips away. For the Fever, this might be a double-edged sword. On one hand, it proves they have a vibrant, dedicated base. On the other, if restocks don't happen quickly, fans could grow frustrated. It's a cautionary tale for the WNBA. Move fast or risk letting your biggest boosters go unfulfilled. In the end, this sellout frenzy isn't merely about Sophie Cunningham. It's a spotlight shining on Indiana's fans and a challenge to the entire WNBA. The old excuse that nobody cares about women's basketball loses credibility when jerseys fly off shelves in a single day. It forces a reevaluation of how these teams and their brands approach merchandising and fan engagement. Sophie Cunningham's dramatic arrival, sassy remarks, and blazing confidence just lit the fuse. Now the question is, how far will this spark travel? Will A'ja Wilson's camp make a move to reaffirm her place as a top seller? Will Nike finally release the Caitlin Clark shoe and watch it evaporate from stores in minutes? And will the Fever organization fully capitalize on a fan base practically throwing money at them? If you've been sleeping on Indiana, it's time to wake up. With fans this eager and a league on the cusp of a major breakthrough, any moment could become a game changer. The Fever's new number 8 jersey sellout is more than a footnote. It's a loud message that demands attention. So if you're itching to grab Sophie's jersey, be prepared. When the restock arrives, it might be gone in the blink of an eye. Like, comment, and share your thoughts on whether this signals a new era for the WNBA. And if you know where to find a Sophie Cunningham jersey that isn't an extra small, do your fellow fans a favor and spread the word. After all, this is just the beginning, and the world of women's basketball is about to get a whole lot wilder.